Good evening and welcome to another episode of Sip and Chat. I hope you enjoyed the last episode. Thank you so much for all the positivity from last episode. We really appreciated it. Thank you to Fanta B of Ria B Laundry for coming on the show, for telling her truth. We really appreciate that. And tonight, I've got someone special. You know, I love it when the ladies come on the show because it's such a beautiful conversation by the end of it. And it gives me so much joy. But tonight I have someone very, very special that I'll get into, But first, let's thank our money makers. Thank you so very much to AfriCell. AfriCell, that's our main sponsor, bringing people close. I know that's such an old slogan, but literally, that's what they do. AfriMoney is really, really making waves. Have your money in your phone. Don't worry about it. Buy stuff, pay your taxes, buy your cash power, do a bank transfer with AfriMoney. And I think that's the beauty of AfriMoney. So thank you to AfriMoney for being a part of Sip and Chat. We really appreciate it. A massive thank you to iNet. iNet, the best internet service provider in the country. Thank you for being with Sip and Chat. Thank you for supporting the young. And you know what? Thank you for good quality work. Thank you for uninterrupted internet connections at home. And every time I say this, I love the fact that I get so many positive responses because people message me to say, you know what, you're right. I've been using iNet and I'm happy with them. So thank you to iNet. And a massive thank you to Kalimba. Kalimba for being a part of Sip and Chat from season 1 to now, season 2, for lending us your space, for just making sure that the crew is comfortable and happy. And Kalimba is truly one of the most beautiful hotels in the country. It's quiet, the serenity, the beauty. It's so much green. And we know where there's so much green, it's beautiful. Thank you to Lilio. Lilio for this season truly has provided me with, if not all my outfits, just thank you for coming on time. Thank you for providing me with everything I need, for just helping me create looks that I'm comfortable in. This dress was made by Lilio, and I love Lilio's work because it is neat and quality. So if you've never heard of Lilio, go on Instagram and check lilio.designs. Follow them, and their outfits are amazing, simple and chic. That's what I love about Lilio. So thank you so very much for being a part of Sip and Chat. And we're back. Now, I am very, very thrilled to have this beautiful woman here. Last time we had this beautiful woman on a platform, I was working on the radio. I was working at AfriCell, and we were on the radio. And this was so long ago.
Yeah.
But just to see you back here today, welcome to Sip and Chat, Say.
Thank you, my love. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Lovely.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So just briefly tell the people. First, I want to ask, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm getting a tan while I was doing an interview.
I know.
I'm happy.
Yeah, my production team, Wax Media, they love to film when the sun is bright and
Yeah,
shining.
but we look good.
We
We're
look
going to be sweating, but we look good.
But you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
You look beautiful.
I'm
You're one of my
happy.
favorite colors.
Oh, thank you, baby blue.
Yes.
All right. Thanks.
How's it
man.
going?
It's good. It's chill. I've been here for like 3 weeks or something, so
Okay.
I'm getting into it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you going to be
I'm
here for much
happy.
longer?
I don't know. I'm waiting for my record label to flip out on me, but I think I'm going to be here till March.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, that's good. So for those of you who do not know, Seinabo is a brilliant, she's as talented as she's beautiful. Actually, a bit more talented. I don't know. It's but
Being too
super
nice.
talented, beautiful woman, beautiful soul.
Thank you,
And
love.
we would really get more into your music, but just briefly tell us who you are.
Well, I'm from Gambia. I'm from Sweden. And I'm 32 soon, which is crazy. And I'm a singer. I'm an artist.
Okay.
I've been since I was 18 or something like that. So I've been a musician for like 12 years now.
How's that been?
It's been a whole lot of things, but really kind of a miracle. I feel like every day I wake up, I'm like, is
This is
this
what I
still
do.
working? Like, this is still going? Okay, all right. But it's hard work, but a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
And I grew up here in Gambia and in Stockholm, but a lot in Gambia. So
A
I
lot in
try to
Gambia.
come here as much as I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you born here or were you born in Sweden?
I'm born in Sweden, but I
Okay.
moved to Gambia when I was like 3, 4.
Till
I lived here till I was 8, and then I went back, and I came back when I was 11, and I've just been like
you've
back
just
and
been
forth.
back. So you are Gambian proper.
Yeah, I went to Nyakwa school.
Okay.
And
Where is
JC5.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gambian la sample size. But how was that life in Gambia and life in Sweden? What are
It's
some
very
of the
different.
Yes.
It's very different. Very much so. And also like starting school in a Gambian school system and then moving to Sweden was very interesting.
Okay.
Because we're like Swedish education is way less strict and also quite a lot of years behind with what you learn sort of.
Okay.
I mean, I think I had good parents that explained things to me, and I understood the value of being here. I think when I was a kid, and I mean, like, there's always a lot of things. I mean, Gambia, growing up Gambia is strict. Like, discipline is a thing. Like, you know.
It is a big thing.
But I think I wouldn't do it any differently with my own kids.
Kids.
Like, I feel like I learned a lot of things
Absolutely.
that maybe some of my other people that grew up in Sweden should learn. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it was harsh, but you get some really good life lessons from the discipline sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You said something that I'm so excited for everyone to know. You said your parents.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I know who your dad was.
Yeah.
And some people that know you would know that. But just tell them, who was your dad?
My father was my best friend to
Aw.
begin with. His name was Seinabo Sey.
Maudasi.
Yeah, it's
So
a
when
singer.
I'm on Maudasi, it's either you're too young or you don't really know Gambian music as much. You know, I'm not dissing anyone, but you know, Maudasi, but I'll just say something that we all loved growing up listening to. Do you remember the song Toga Sunarene, Superhead of a Hen? That I used to love that song growing up.
I was in that video when I was a
What,
kid.
you were?
Yeah, with my little brother.
So crazy.
Yeah.
And especially, you know, back then with graphic designs and everything.
When they put his head in the little.
When they put his head in the
Yeah.
little pan
He thought it
and
was
the
so cool.
But it was so cool
It
back
was fly,
then.
though.
It was so fly.
Yeah.
But what was that relationship like?
Oh, my dad, man. He was my best friend. He passed away a couple of years ago, like 10 years ago now or something soon. My father, I mean, he's the person that taught me music and also taught me culture, really. You know, so like he's really the fundament of who I am, to be really honest. I mean, so yeah, I miss him all the ways.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
always.
sure. And knowing that he was a musician and you growing up and falling in love with music, what was that like? How did he receive that when you told him you were going to go into music?
He was pretty strict, you know. He's like,
Was
yeah, if
he?
you're going to do it, you're going to do it properly. Like, yeah, okay, you know. But he was supportive, but very, like, on it. Like, you have to learn this, and this.
Okay.
And I remember this one time when I think I was 21, and I came back home complaining about something in the studio. And he was like, okay, so just go jump from a bridge. It's like, Dad,
Wow,
like,
okay.
wow, okay, thank you. He's like, yeah, but people that complain like you will jump from a bridge when they're like 27. So he's just like, get your shit together, which I think is one of the best lessons ever. So he was tough in that way, but like loving.
Loving. But we love that. We love a good tough love situation.
You need
Because
it.
it really toughens you up and you also know the quality and the value of what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think he made me understand that it's not like a God-given right to
Yeah.
be anything. It's just like you have to work
for it.
things. Yeah, and he was also like, yeah, you're talented, but you have to work. I mean, like, talent doesn't really get you that far. I mean, talent is lovely to have because it kind of gives you a place
Yeah.
to feel at home.
Yeah.
But if there's a very big difference between like loving music and wanting to have a music career, you know. So I think he kind of tried to gear me up for that. But I mean, my dad passed away right before I released my first single.
I was about to say
Yeah,
that.
so he never saw all of this.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. But I'm sure he helped.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure when he
yeah.
went, he was like, you know what, I couldn't do it there, but I'll do it from
Yeah,
here.
yeah, 100%.
That's speaking of your first single, I believe was Younger.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that blew up,
That's crazy.
that was I remember back then at the radio, Pamanjai, bless Pamanjai. I think you're related to Pamanjai. See,
Probably.
Probably,
Yeah, but,
you
okay,
know?
don't do that to me because I forget everyone's names and stuff.
and
but
Pamanjai
yeah.
was like, because I loved that we would always put each other on new music.
Mhm.
And because he knew my taste, he would
Yeah.
always tell me, you're going to like this, you're going to like this. And he'd come. There's this young, she's Gambian, you know, but she's in Sweden. She released this song, listen, it's everywhere. You know, and then we listened to Younger and we watched the video and I was like, wow, she's beautiful. And wow, Pa, digging a voice at me, you know, and I was so in awe of how talented you are.
Thank you.
Like, what was that like? Because you released that first single when? 2015?
I was 21, so yeah, it should have been like some time around there.
Because
Yeah.
then you dropped your first album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was
so
like 2 years later or something
later.
like that.
How was that?
It was mad. It was like I made a song about like I had anxiety over the fact that my career hadn't started. Or I was like, please, everybody, like, trust is gonna work. I think it's gonna work, sort of. And then we released it, and I had no money. I lived in my like friend's house on a sofa or something. I was
Crazy.
with my phone, just seeing things happen, and it's such a contradictory kind of moment because it looks very glamorous, but it's not really, you know? You're like, hello, I don't have food to eat,
Yeah,
but
what
is happening here? And then they just sent me out in the world, and I traveled for like 7 years of my life, and maybe 4 of them I was barely home. And it kind of, I mean, I have seen things and done things and that I'm very happy for, but now that I'm 32, I can see that a 21-year-old is a young person. It's a very young person.
Very young.
And that was a lot to handle. It was a lot to handle. It was quite stressful, but beautiful. And that whole period of time really laid the foundation for my life now. And the fact that I have been fortunate enough to sit and make an album for 4 years and nothing else. I mean, like, so I'm very, very grateful for that song. But we move, you know.
We move.
We move.
And that song, I believe that song was nominated for, is it the Norwegian Oscar, Grammys?
I don't know, but I won a couple of Swedish Grammys.
You did. A Swedish Grammy.
Yeah.
I saw that even Norway as well.
Yeah.
Like I saw it, I was like, wow, this really is, that must have been such a moment. Because that moment I feel like has moved on to now.
Yeah, definitely. But throughout my second album as well, I think like the accolades I get for being musicians are those that I really love. Because like half of the time, like I told you, I'm really very much like a half-time fashionista person. I don't look like this on a daily basis, you know what I mean? Like this is kind of a lot of effort for me. I'm in the studio, like I'm with like pen and paper, and I'm pretty much a nerd, so I'm happy when people give me a prize for like being a good songwriter or like for my album, because I'm mixing and mastering and like helping to produce and trying to like just exhaust and make the most out of every possibility in the studio. So what I am is a musician, like, and a singer, and all of this stuff is fun, but it's really not what like drives my no.
And it's so beautiful that you are not just a musician; you write your songs as well.
Yeah.
Would you say you've collaborated with anyone, or what your dream collaboration would probably be like? Maybe even to write or to record in the studio with.
Yeah. No, I think like for me, my dream was, because I made my albums with, I wrote like maybe 85% of them and made it with the three people under like maybe 7 years.
Wow.
So the last 4 years, I changed everything and I started working with like everyone. And to me, I think like talent isn't so much what you've done, but like what you want to do and your like willingness to be able to work together with people. So my dream has just been to learn how to direct and orchestrate sort of that kind of situation and to make people feel comfortable to write for me.
Yeah.
So just learning the technicalities of like writing with a million people, because if you see like Kanye West or Beyonce and them, man, they have like 15 songwriters on a song. That's a skill in itself to like make that hustle work.
How do you
know?
piece that together?
And how do you do it without like insulting people and without being like your idea sucks, you know? It's pretty like thin ice to thread. So that has been what I've tried to learn the last few years. I'm not sure that I'm like a master at it at all, but I've learned a lot. So to me, like the gift of music is to be able to do more of those things, really, and learn how to cooperate with people.
So, you know, you dropped your first album, what, 2015, 2018?
You know, we need to get Spotify up because I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, you need to Google
I love
it.
that.
I don't know, bro.
But you dropped 2 albums and 2 EPs.
Yes, 3 EPs.
3 EPs.
Yeah.
From this one. This one coming up, what is it? Is it an album or an
It's
EP?
an album.
It's
goddamn has to be an album. I haven't released an album for like 5 years.
You haven't.
Yeah.
And I last know that you were signed to
Universal.
Universal Music. Are you
Yeah.
still with Universal?
Yeah.
You are? How's that been like? Because that's a big deal on its own. Okay, Universal Music Group is one of the biggest record labels in the world.
Yeah.
You know, just to know that someone as beautiful, as talented as you, and from a small country like Gambia, was able to catch their eye, to be there with them all these years. What has that been like?
It's been really a gift, like, but also, I think all of these corporations, it's really the people you meet. Like, it doesn't, just because it says Universal doesn't mean that it's gonna be universal. You need to find people that are spirited and people that understand you and love you. And I was fortunate enough to meet my manager at a very young age. Like, I met him when I was 20 years old, and he works at Universal, at the publishing. Just being able to like walk next to him and learn from him, things that I didn't understand that I needed to know, just like how to be a boss or how to how things work really.
Yeah.
Music industry is a lot of like, this is how it works, and
Yeah.
there's no way to learn that before you see it.
Yeah.
Just to have that person next to me throughout that was very important. So to me, I think more so than a record label, the team and the people is the important thing. And as long as I feel like they understand me, that's where I'm going to be. But, you know.
Because you see a lot of the artists that get into the record labels because there's probably, they like a song, the record label doesn't like the song, or they want to go in a different direction.
See, I've just been blessed to not have that.
That's what I was
Because
about
if
to
I
ask,
had
yeah.
that, I think my the way I look at it would be very different.
Yeah.
And it's because of my manager. He made sure to isolate me very well. And as of late, I've tried to open up and like take in more opinions because it's valuable to. They're very talented people. But I feel like for artists, sometimes things get a bit like derailed in the conversation of what everybody else thinks you should do. Because to me, if I was a record label, I think it's important to sign people for who they are.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can find someone else. That's what you're looking for.
That's what you're looking for. And I think that's where a lot of it, because a lot of artists, they sign them, they have a look, and then they want, no, this is more mainstream. We want you to be this way.
But that's kind of 90s way of thinking.
Yeah.
Like this day and age, like everyone
And I
doesn't
like-
have to look a certain
Absolutely.
way.
And I love the fact that you stuck with who you are. It's like,
I
this
have no
I am.
choice. Well, I have no choice.
This is who I am.
If I
Take
had
it or
a
leave
choice,
it.
there would be wigs down there. But I'm too lazy for that shit. Like,
On that note, we'll go with our first break. When we're back, more with Say.
On the beat, Wingcraft.
Enjoy spending time online with your friends on social media? If so, then AfriCell has the best offer for you. Activate the social media bundle for $10 is only and enjoy 40 megabytes valid for 24 hours. WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Viber all for $10 is only. Dial 120# and press 3 to activate the social media bundle. No need to subscribe every day. It will automatically roll over for your enjoyment. AfriCell Social Media Bundle. Let us socialize.
Welcome back after that break. Thank you so much to AfriCell Gambia Limited for being a part of Sip and Chat. AfriCell, the leading GSM operator in the Gambia with mobile money. Don't sleep on mobile money. That's what I'm going to say. Do not sleep on mobile money. Thank you to iNet for being a part of Sip and Chat. Thank you so very much, iNet. I will forever be the praise singer for iNet because I haven't had one problem with them. So thank you very much. Lilio for constantly making me look cute on set. I can never repay Lilio. Remember Instagram at lilio.designs, okay? Say, go back. And the beautiful Say.
Lovely.
You know, right before we left for the break, we were talking about, you know, music labels and how they, sometimes you see when they sign an artist, like a year or two from then, the looks change because they want a specific look for you, quote unquote, to sell on mainstream. And you were saying you've never had that experience because of your manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's such a beautiful thing because it keeps you authentic to yourself. You are, I'm saying I will take it as I am or watch me as I go.
Yeah. It's like I told you, like it's difficult to make time for those things when you're actually focused on what the music sounds like.
And that's true. That's
to
true.
be honest.
And I like that, moving forward, I like that with your upcoming album. This Suzuki song, as I was telling you, is very different.
It is.
From what we know, from when you listen to, you know, Younger and your other songs that have come after that. You're very much of a soulful singer, very indie-like. And then now, Suzuki, I was listening, I was just like, oh, this is such a vibe, you know? It really has the kick and a pump.
Yeah.
What changed? Why?
I think it's just like, I I listen to all kinds of music. I mean, I grew up on Destiny's Child and reggae music, and a lot of music that I listen to in my daily life is not the music that I made.
Okay.
So I just tried to make my version of music that I really listen to, sort of. Otherwise, like, I've been more preoccupied with like the expression of my feelings, but now I just wanted to make music that made me feel good and be more like descriptive, more so than like emotive in the way that I've been. It's just a little take of it. I mean, the album has like a million different things. I've been working on it for too long, so you can imagine like there's a lot of things on there. But I think it's just important to not put yourself in a box.
Absolutely.
Because music to me is something that moves forward and kind of evolves. And if I did it before, then you can, what is it that JC says? He's like, if you like the old me, buy my old album. You know, I already made that, so you can listen to
you
that.
can just get that.
And I'm not as sad anymore. I was very sad when I was a kid.
Say that.
Yeah, I was very fucking depressed, and I'm not anymore. So
You're a happy woman now.
I'm better. I'm better. You know.
Because you kind of remind me of Adele.
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her.
You can, because the type of music falls in that same ballad, that same soulful genre. And a lot of your music is like that. It's like, oh no, don't leave me. Oh no, I don't want to grow up.
Very pathetic, like.
But you know what's funny
is
that these quote unquote pathetic
sad
sad songs, they really sell.
I know, I'm joking. They really sell.
They really sell.
Because everyone feels this way.
They do.
Yes,
they
and
do.
most people feel this way.
You know. But then, so what's the feeling for this album, and how many tracks, if I may ask?
I'm trying to decide. Actually, I have like until Monday. I have to decide exactly. I've said that every week, but until Monday, there's gonna be like a track list. But I think maybe like 16 songs is quite a lot of songs.
That's good. That's a good number.
Right?
Yes.
People are like, that's
I can
too
listen
much.
to 16. No, I can listen to 16 songs and know the lyrics for every song.
You can still do that because I can't do that anymore.
Oh my God.
But I think my brain, like,
I
I'm
absolutely
too old.
can. Give me a Burna Boy, a SZA album.
SZA,
Absolutely.
Burna,
Give me
true.
even Gambian album.
Somebody that interests me, that's true. You can really remember it still.
You can really remember it.
It's true.
You can really remember, and you can be like, oh, this is, and the way my brain is, when I receive an album, I want to listen to it from.
To the whole thing. That's lovely. We love people like you. You're very rare.
No, I really want to listen. Even if there's like 2 hit songs on the album, I don't want to just open the album. Once I buy it, pre-order, whatever, and it comes out, I want to listen from track 1 to track 16 in order.
That's very respectful because, like, when you make albums in that way, it's a different kind of vibe from like making singles.
And I
so
feel
we
that's what I'm
appreciate
saying.
if you listen
and
to
I
it at
always
least
feel
once.
like there's a story.
We try.
From the beginning to the end. So I'm like, so my brain captures that. So when a song plays, I know, oh, this one's coming next.
Yeah,
and I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
You know,
too.
so I'm excited that it's 16 tracks, and I cannot wait for any date. We don't have a date. Do we have a date?
I think maybe like we're waiting on this one thing to kind of fall at the same time. So I'm thinking somewhere April something.
Okay.
Yeah, March,
April's
April
good.
something.
April, think I'm Gambia. I'm again in Ramadan.
Oh, you can start listening to the stuff again. Okay, perfect.
You know,
Very
April's
good.
good timing. So when you made Suzuki, because I know you shot the video here,
Yeah.
and it's so cool.
We really
With
tried.
the taxis and the cars doing it was
the
so cool.
drifter.
Yes, how was that?
It was so fun. Like, it was really dangerous though.
Of course.
Yeah, I was in the car like, shit, these kids are running around. Like, what? They're like, no, they always do this. I'm like, but not in my video. Like, I don't want no kids dying.
Yeah.
But it was really a fun experience, and they're so talented. You know, like, that's scary shit to do. And they're so like good at their cars.
They are.
Yeah, crazy.
They really are.
But really big up to the team, because every time I've come to Gambia and make music videos, I brought a lot of people from Sweden here to do it with me. We lived here actually.
Yeah, in Kalimba?
Yeah,
I'm
for
telling
like
you
3
guys,
months.
Kalimba really is the spot.
It gave me the vibes. I woke up in the
really
morning, looked at
It's such a vibey hotel.
It's really
like,
nice.
if you want peace and quiet,
It's a vibe here.
it is. It's a beautiful vibe, and I love that.
Yeah.
And have your team that you brought, have you collaborated with anyone in Gambia that's doing production here
I
as
have
well?
not.
You have not?
No,
You
I
need
have to. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have
Definitely
really
need
good,
to.
like, especially if you know the direction of where you want to go.
Yeah, it's
It's-
easier to
yeah.
find people.
Really, 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 really good people. Just like have a look, have your pick, look at their
Yeah.
work, and then I think that would be really good.
Absolutely. You know me, I'm trying to be here as much as possible.
I know
like,
that
for
because
real,
you've been
for
here a
real.
lot more now than
Yeah,
before.
I'm trying to, and that means I have to like stop thinking I'm on vacation as well. You know,
and
because
start treating it as I'm home. I
you
have
know,
work to do.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and really doing that like properly. So any tips you have,
I will.
I'm taking.
You know
them.
me.
Mhm.
I really will. I really will. Just like settle in first, figure out what you want to
Yeah.
do, and then there's everything for everyone.
Lovely.
You know. So
Mhm.
now moving away from music.
Mhm.
Now that I've got all the gist I want to get, potentially when the album's coming out.
Yeah.
You know, are you gonna drop another single?
I'm gonna drop another single.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I have
Okay.
to go back home and figure out what the cover for that single is. I just remembered an email. I haven't answered because I think I'm on vacation.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
there's
do,
gonna be
you
a
do,
single.
You actually do.
Shit.
Okay, that's good to know then. So 2
Yeah.
singles before the album drops.
Yeah, and
I
then
like
one
that.
single with the album.
With the album. I'm excited. What's the name of this album?
I can't tell you that. I have not told anyone that. No.
Give me that exclusive.
Okay, I think the album is gonna be called The One After Me.
Wow.
Because the album starts with a lyric that's like, I hope the one after me gives you all that you need. And then it goes on to,
The One After Me.
yeah.
That's such a profound, like, it made me, I don't know, there was this cold shiver that came over me. Because it's
Okay.
like, I feel like there's such a story there. Does it have to do with love? What doesn't have to do with love?
What doesn't have to do with
What does
love?
it, Fanta? What doesn't have to do with love?
Do you know?
Like-
Jesus. No, of course it does. Like, this album really, more so than any album, has to do with relationships I've had. And I've tried to walk into this being more descriptive of what happened more so than how it felt.
Felt. Okay.
Right. So the songs are even more in detail about like certain situations. Some that I had in Sweden, some that I had in this country.
You know, I was coming to that. I was coming because you know, if you watch the show, you know I like to talk about love and relationships. So I'm excited to branch off to that now. Okay, take a sip. Now you know you talked about relationships. Well, definitely, I like the fact that this album will cover a lot of your relationships, if not all. And I'm now even more so excited to listen to the album because I need to know. Because you know, man, you people are very wicked. Very wicked.
I
But
also have very poor taste.
do you?
I do.
We need to talk about all of that. But you know, it's just, we'll get into that. But like,
Yeah.
I like that the album's called The One After Me. And that's such a, yeah. I can't wait now. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And 16 tracks, and we have Suzuki first out now. If you haven't seen Suzuki, go on YouTube right now. I mean, you're already on YouTube. Search Suzuki by Seinabo Sey.
Yeah.
Listen to it. And if you've never heard a song, start from younger, okay? And then come up.
Yeah, shit.
She is such a brilliant, and we're so proud of her. That's obviously.
Thank you, darling.
Now we'll move from music to personal. First, I just want to start light. I know that your family, you have, is it 4 other siblings?
I
2?
have 5.
You have
other
5?
siblings. Yeah, 2 brothers, 3 sisters. Yeah.
Tell me, because I know one of them is called Ami.
Yeah, Ami, she's a
And then
TV
Fatima?
presenter. Fatima's a singer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you have another sister,
Seydatu.
Seydatu.
Yeah, she's
and
a
then
student.
And then you have a brother.
I have a brother called Maudo.
Yes.
And a brother
Or
called
did you-
Mandela.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they all in the creative space?
No, not really. My brother is a yoga teacher.
Okay.
My little sister is a very creative girl, though, but she studied
That's Seydatu.
African studies. Yeah,
Okay.
or African politics.
Okay.
But my sisters, big sisters,
Yes,
all are.
because I know
And
one
my
of them
cousin as
is
well.
a radio presenter.
Exactly, Fatima's a radio
Fatima,
presenter as well.
and Ami is
TV,
TV
radio
actress,
as well.
radio.
Yeah,
And you acted as
podcaster.
well.
I've kind of acted, but without saying things. In like my, I don't know, where did you see me acting?
Because
You felt like?
you know, I like to do my research,
Uh-huh.
and I saw movies. There was I can't remember the name. How did I forget that? But you played a part in some sort of movie or some sort of play. You forgot it,
I forgot it.
girl.
But I mean, I feel like I'm an actor in one of my videos because there's this guy that's called Gustav Skarsgård in it,
Yeah.
which is like he's in he's a big
He's a big time actor.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a little challenge, but I've never acted and spoke.
And spoke.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you branch off to do
I'd
that?
love to. I'd love to
Yeah.
try.
I think
I'd
you'd
love
be
to
so
try.
good.
I
With
mean, I have my
training.
memory's terrible, but I guess there's
I mean,
a
but that's
way
the
to
beauty.
get a
That's
hang
the
of
beauty
the
of
dialogue.
acting with film because you have a
Yeah.
script.
Yeah, with script.
If
You
it
can
was
get
a
help.
stage play, then
Different.
it'd be a different. Because stage
True,
plays,
true.
if you miss your lines, it's
Yeah.
But like with acting and script, it's easier because you read it and then.
That's
you
what,
know.
because this guy told me as well. I asked him, he was like, but you get a hold of the storyline.
Exactly,
And
and
then
then
you
you
kind
kind
of
of-
how you're supposed to react.
Exactly. So I think that's okay. So back to your siblings. You had a father that was such a creative genius. Having your siblings, did it just come naturally, or were they like, oh, this is where my interest is, or I have a knack for this, let me do that?
I think it's interesting because my big sisters never had any contact with my dad. So
Really?
that they're the people they are
Yeah.
is quite very much only their like that's from their
Themselves.
world and
Really?
themselves, yeah. And then I guess like vocal cords and things is a kind of a genetic thing.
Yeah.
A little bit, but not really. I think I mean Fatima is really the one that just did it. So she was the one that inspired me. Like I had,
Really?
yeah. Like I thought she was the coolest person on earth. She moved to London when she was like 21 and had a music career. It was the coolest thing.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And you were like, I need to do that.
I was like, this is crazy. Like I want to try. So it's a combination between Fatima and my dad, really.
Really. And then your Mondo Junior,
Yeah.
what is he?
He's the yoga
He's
teacher.
the yoga
He's
teacher.
the yogi.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
That is super cool. How's your mom?
My mom is cool, man. Yeah, she's been like, what's it called in English? She got sick leave
Okay.
for a few years.
Okay.
Right. But she's a very creative lady. Like she has a million ideas and has a lot of ADD. So she had, like I think I got like all of the like quick little solutions for things from her.
From her.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You did something recently. You shot a magazine called For V Magazine.
Yeah.
How was that? The looks were giving.
Thank you very much.
The looks were really.
I
I
was
was
really
like,
trying
this
to
is so
challenge
different.
myself. Yeah.
I was like, this is completely different from Say.
Mhm.
And I loved it. How was that experience?
It was fun. I mean, I have a great stylist that makes me feel very comfortable called Emily, and she has like the same kind of quirky style as me, I guess. But I just said I wanted to look like a Barbie doll.
Yeah.
And
You were
in a
given very much
Swedish-
Barbie.
Yeah, in a Swedish cottage was like my concept
Yeah.
for this thing. And they just went with it and ran with it. My best friend, Seinabo also
Yes.
Gambian, she did my
Yes.
hair like I would never look that cute
But
without
she's so
her.
good too.
She's the best.
She really is.
She's the best.
Every
Very
time
sweet.
I'm like, yes, Zainab, you better get it.
You guys better just go suck up to her so she can fix y'all hair.
Right?
Because she's sitting in how much acting bougie. She needs to be
And you tell her, she's
making
like,
people
no,
look pretty.
not right now.
She's like, I'm on vacation. But fair enough. Like, she has
Yeah.
3 kids.
Yeah,
so,
true.
But she really made me look different, which is fun. Like playing a character
Yes.
again. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now we move on proper for real this time.
Mhm.
You know, you mentioned love in your album is all about love. Are you in love right now?
No.
No?
Uh,
No? I'll come back to that. We'll go with our second break when we're back. More we say.
On the beat, Wingcraft.
Do you enjoy spending time online with your friends on social media? If so, then Africell has the best offer for you. Activate the social media bundle for $10 is only and enjoy 40 megabytes valid for 24 hours. WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Viber all for $10 is only. Dial 120# and press 3 to activate the social media bundle. No need to subscribe every day. It will automatically roll over for your enjoyment. Africell social media bundle. Let us socialize.
Welcome back after that break. Massive thank you to all of our sponsors that are part of Sip and Chat. And right before the break, we got into the love talk. Okay, I low-key fancy myself a love doctor. I don't know why. But
I can see that.
and I asked you, I said, are you in love? And you said no.
No.
When was the last time you were in love?
I realized I don't think I've been in love since I was like 25.
What?
I thought I was in love, but I wasn't. I was
weren't.
either like,
Infatuated.
yeah, or drunk or high. If I'm being quite frank.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what's Seinabo in love like?
I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty wholehearted, everything always. You know,
I get a sense of that.
I just don't like playing games. So like, I'm honest, and that like, I think that's the only thing I can decide about myself in love, that I have to try to be honest. And also I'm chill. Like if I change my mind, I change my mind.
That's it.
That's also honesty,
So okay, you've spoken about being in relationships in Sweden and Gambia. How would you rate Gambian men?
You know what? This is not even, because when people speak about Gambian men and they're like, they do this, they do that. I'm always like the #1 defender, because I grew up defending my dad my whole life.
Yeah.
And like, there's nothing more beautiful to me than like a Gambian man, obviously, and of course. But I think I've learned some things, and I've learned that like everyone isn't as honest. And I don't know if that's gonna like change my outlook on anything, but I've definitely learned that like the past year or so, that like everyone is not as, because I'm pretty easygoing,
I feel that too.
Like you could tell me what you're doing and I'd be cool with it, probably, because I have no like, I'm not jealous, like I'm chill. But a lot of people do a lot of things just to do them. And I mean, Gambian men, like, you want to be lonely, be lonely. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't care to like analyze it anymore, because I feel like there's a lot of like mental illness.
You did say that.
To be honest,
you did say
there's
that.
a lot of trauma like behind a lot of these things.
Do you think that is what plays out in their relationships with women?
I think so. I don't think it's like malice and like always like deciding things. I think it's a connectivity issue and like a growing up kind of like not, because even for me, growing up with a Swedish mother, like I'm not from a very like lovey-dovey household.
Yes.
Like I'm not from communication.
Yes.
All of these things I've really had to learn. Like I've had
as an
to
adult.
pay a therapist to teach
Okay.
me these
Okay.
things. So I don't judge anyone for not being able to communicate, but it still hurts me, you know.
Absolutely.
And there's always a reason for people doing things. I don't think people are just this or just that. But I'm definitely more careful in these streets.
Now.
Jesus Christ.
So what is your ideal man? What is your ideal man? Does he have to be Gambian?
No.
No, okay.
I'm pretty
Do you
open.
want him to be Gambian?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Okay.
I'd love that. Or like Senegalese or something. See, that's what y'all do when I talk about Senegal. Everyone's
You
like,
know
yeah.
what? I can't even,
What's
because
the deal?
I cannot even like fully speak on that with my chest. I can just say from stories from
Ooh,
other people,
okay.
you know,
Wow.
that I've heard. I'm just terrified. I just think men are wicked.
See, this is so terrible.
I just think they're wicked.
I feel like our whole generation of women is like pretty
my
traumatized.
God.
But yeah.
I just feel like not even just women, both men and women
Yeah.
are traumatized. I feel like
Honestly.
the bar is in hell.
Yeah, the bar is. I say that every day. Like
The pits of
for 3
Jahannam. You know,
In the
I
pits.
just in the pits, right there. I just feel like it's the simple,
No, to
the
me, I'm
simple
like, oh,
basics.
he's nice. I might have to marry him. Like, girl.
and then 6 months down the line,
You're like, he's not
Even
nice
if-
anymore. No, you know what? It's an experience. It's me like, as long as I can get away from this thing, learning something, right? But you can be destroyed to a point where it's hard to learn.
I was literally about to say
But I
that.
feel like I
don't
pulled
want that
out-
type of experience.
Yeah.
It's too
Yeah.
much, especially if you're such a deep feeling woman.
Yeah, it
And
sits there. Like, it doesn't
oh
move.
my God, and you carry it. And no matter how much of healing you've done, it
It's
will
still there.
resurface in small ways.
You know what I hate? I hate feeling embarrassed. I think like some Gambian men have made me feel embarrassed.
Have they?
Yeah, and like
Aw.
ashamed of myself in a way.
Really?
Absolutely, like
Shame on
being
you.
like, see, and
Such a
that,
sweet angel.
you know, and like, like so innocent, right?
Yeah.
No, but, and I feel like when that happens to you, it takes a little while for you to kind of come back from it. But shit, I'm so much smarter now.
Okay.
Like, yo.
And I think that's what it is. You know, when it comes to, let's say, like our sisters that are in Scandinavia or like abroad or Europe, they look at Gambia. Oh my God, they think, I'm guessing, they think, oh, you know what? No matter what, they be honest or they're cool. And us that live here, we know the demons here. So it's kind of like you coming in.
Can I tell you last winter when I was here with this person?
Yes.
I've never had so many women look at me like, sis, get out. Get out. Yeah, I was so shocked from them. I'm like, these, because I'm used to people looking at me, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I was like, it's a different kind of
Look. It's
But
like,
I was so appreciative. I was like, I love women here because they really didn't look at me like, some of them looked at me like, you're dumb.
Yeah.
But that was very few. A lot of them looked at me like, yo, no.
You don't know what you're doing? No,
cancel
that's
the thing,
cancel.
cancel
Abort
the thing.
mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I knew that.
Okay.
But I was like, yeah, I can handle it, you know? And I could handle it. It's fine. It's okay. I went back home, like I have a life.
Okay,
That's
and
what I
then
felt,
when
yeah.
you realized the way that person was and you went back, it was like done.
Yeah.
I like that.
I had to go to therapy to
What?
do that. Yes. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not no Beyonce strong person. I had to go to trauma therapy for a person to like freaking hypnotize me out of some of the things that were like, cause like yeah, shit happened to me here. I got drugged here. Tell you the truth. Gambia is dangerous. So I had to go back
I'm
home.
so ashamed.
No, I mean, and it happens in Sweden as well, but to me, that was the first time in my life where I'd let myself do these things because, like I told you, I grew up very disciplined. I grew up with very much a lot of Islam, and I didn't have a long relationship until I was like 27 or something, 28, because I've been scared to let that happen. So when I came here, it was like, I don't know, things had happened, and I was just feeling like, fuck it, let's just try whatever stupid shit you never try. And it just turned out to be stupid shit. But I'm happy I tried it, because otherwise I'd be like,
You'd be like,
maybe that's a vibe, you know? And it's clearly
and it's not your vibe.
It's not my vibe. It's a lot of people's vibes.
Yeah.
I get that, but I'm very like, I really just don't want to fight. I really don't like getting mad. Like, physically hurts me, sort of. And I just want transparency and honesty. And
You came to the wrong place.
I came to the wrong
You
country.
came to the wrong place, girl.
Nah, but you know.
But no, like,
Yeah.
and when we say this, we don't mean all Gambian
No,
men.
never
I don't
in
mean,
life. That's
it's
why I
like,
started with
unfortunately,
that.
there are some bad eggs in the country that just do not know how to treat women. And that, like you
Yeah.
said, that probably stems from their experiences as children.
It is. It's
Maybe a lack of
trauma
love,
response.
lack of,
Yeah.
you know. So it's a lot of things that are in play with these men, you know. But what is one thing you've learned from that situation that you're like, yeah, I'm glad I learned this?
I think I've learned a lot of like pretty simple kind of red warning things.
Yeah, like
where
red
it's like when
flags.
people open up too quickly, that's a
Boom.
problem.
Yep.
Like, and when everything goes too quickly, it's just an issue.
Oh, when you start feeling love bombed?
Yeah, and when people get jealous when you've done nothing, like you took a cab by yourself.
What?
You're like, hello. Okay,
That's a
you know, but
problem.
just little things like that where like I'd let it just run off of me and be like, yeah, that's weird. Or when people criticize women a lot.
That's a
Criticize
big
women,
red flag.
Analyze women's appearances.
Yup.
I'm like,
Why are you like
no,
that?
You hate women.
You
Like,
do.
Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy you said that. A friend of mine says that all the time. She goes, men really love only men. They
No, they're
don't
in
like-
love with their friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
They love men. They don't like women. They use women for their pleasures.
I hear that.
You hear that?
Yeah, I hear that.
You know, and she said that so many times, and then I look at certain patterns, I'm like, you know what, she's not wrong. And it's so sad that our generation, and I know a lot of good women, but it's just,
But I think it's good that we're different. Like, it's
Yeah.
good that men and women are different. And men want love as well. I think we don't give tools to men to be able to handle the relationships we're asking for.
I think,
And
that,
especially here.
that is true. And one thing I've realized too now is, you know what, I really love the fact that from my late 20s to now, I've learned so much. In a span
Yeah.
of like 2 years, I've learned so much.
Crash
And,
course. Yeah,
like, fast forward.
yeah.
But I've learned that men do crave everything we crave.
Absolutely.
The reassurance.
Maybe even more
Look,
sometimes.
absolutely more
Yeah,
even.
because they don't get it like
They
that.
really don't,
Yeah.
because everyone kind of expects them to be strong and like handle this,
Terrible
handle
amounts
that.
of pressure here.
And it's so
Terrible.
overwhelming
Yeah.
that when they
And
don't
we
have,
women are part of that culture.
unfortunately, we
pressure,
are.
yes.
You know, we really are, because we expect all these things. But I've also realized that if you're able to get someone to trust you, there's nothing they wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of the men here have so much trauma from
Yeah.
childhood
Yep.
that they don't know how to love properly or how to reciprocate love. You know, and because I would just look at it with my male friends. Every time I compliment them or reassure them, I see how they feel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Like he was like a bolt that came, like, wow, okay, so they require like we do too.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, and I think that's such a beautiful revelation
Yeah.
to know. So ladies, be as reassuring and as loving as well. It doesn't mean that a lot of them are not demons. They
She
are.
went like, wait.
Yes, let's just put that out there.
Pull up
But
the thing.
it's also good to just give them what we want, kind of.
Yeah. kind of.
Kind of, you
Kind
know.
of.
We know we
Well,
want love and all the reassurance. Give them that too, because
Yeah.
they want it to.
Yeah.
You know. Now we move on to. I know that you're not in a are you in a relationship?
No.
No. Okay? So I know I asked. I said, what kind of guy would you marry? Would you marry again? But what's your ideal man?
You know what I like?
If you could build a man.
build a man. All right,
Imagine
let's
that.
Go. No, but to be honest now, like I could tell you I want somebody to be this height, this skin color, look like this.
You're very
have-
particular about the height.
You know, we could, you know, but yeah, but maybe I started kind of rethinking it.
I'm taller than you,
Maybe.
and I
know.
and
like,
I'm not even
I
like.
shouldn't even be.
Because it's so easy to be taller than
But
you.
it's okay. This is the patriarchy. I don't want to feel like I'm a big person. I want to
Okay.
feel like you can pick me up. So then you have to be pretty strong and pretty tall. But that's what I thought. Maybe that isn't exactly reality. I don't know. I'm trying to open my mind and
Yeah.
not childish because I'm being very
And
childish.
not childish.
Yeah.
But yeah, your ideal man.
No, but I like funny people, and I don't like to talk that much.
Okay.
I like people that talk, a lot,
Okay.
that help me have a conversation because
Okay.
sometimes I get awkward and silent. Really, honestly,
Yeah.
I like talkative men.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah, okay,
Because I
cool.
think talking is my job.
Mhm.
I just want a quiet, calm man.
Yeah,
Like, don't stress me. Because when I'm home, I just want to be quiet.
yeah,
You know.
nice. So I don't know, but you know, honestly, I just like people that are kind, for real kind, and
Absolutely.
not like, you know, I grew up in a very, we share things, and that's also very Gambian. Like we share things, and in Gambia is easier to find people that are generous, but Swedish people
Really?
are not like that.
Really?
We're pretty every man,
For
every woman
himself?
for themselves. So I don't know if that's a good
Now, where we're from?
answer, but I'm like Omar C when he was like 32. Could we get that?
That's what you want?
Ah.
Omar Sy is a very handsome man. He's a
Very,
French
very,
actor.
Very fine man.
And if you're on Netflix, he's in this series called Lupin.
Mhm.
Beautiful man.
I was like, I'm watching this because I want to learn French. Fuck that.
No, you're watching this because you want to see how beautiful and powerful he looks.
You know.
So something like that.
Mhm.
So dark-skinned men.
Yeah, gorgeous. But I've dated. My last boyfriend was white. I don't.
You don't discriminate. Whatever works, works.
No, I like talented and kind people.
People.
Yeah.
That's just your spec.
Hmm.
Do you hear that? A lot of women like kind men, so be kind. Okay?
You don't know. You can get so far with that.
Oh my God. And making people laugh.
You know. And maybe sometimes like the color like the outfits. I need some fashion. Man. We don't need a million logos.
No.
Yeah.
We don't need you Gucci'd up from head to toe. Honey.
It's
No.
okay. It's fine.
But no, I respect that. I respect that. And I don't think that's a lot. That's the thing. I don't think you.
That's our generation's problem.
I-
We're like,
but
I
you
have
know-
this, and this.
I don't really think, no, I don't think we ask for a lot. I
No,
think
we
it
don't.
seems
I'm
like
joking.
a lot. I
Yeah.
think when you ask for someone kind, someone honest,
You know.
come on now. Come on now. Have a
Should-
good sense of
should
fashion.
not be a problem.
That shouldn't be hard,
But
right?
look at us.
But look at us. Here we are.
Yeah.
Okay? We'll move down. to one of my favorite segments, which is the mental health segment. And you've talked about, going to therapy.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't even need to ask. I know that you've had your fair share of mental, just your fair share of mental woes.
Work. Yeah.
So just share with us what you want to share with us.
I think it's been such an ongoing part of my life that I have a different, I have a hard time even differentiating my ongoing kind of working on myself and my life. It's intrinsical and it goes together because music is about honesty. And if I'm bullshitting myself, you'll hear it in a song, So I have to be transparent and I have to understand what I'm feeling and why I'm feeling it. And if I land and say, it's your fault, then I'm probably not there,
Absolutely.
So I always have to I love going to therapy. I've been to therapy properly for 3 years.
Really?
But before that, Oprah was my therapist, man.
She?
Yeah,
How
Oprah.
so?
I watched Oprah since I was 10.
Yeah.
And all the things, subjects, and, my dad really, and wisdom from here, people talking, listening, being able to understand Wolof has really helped me because there's a lot of things that elders say here that's real juice, real juice.
Yeah.
So it's just an interest of mine to kind of try to understand why people do things the way they do them.
Has that helped you be more compassionate?
That's the only thing, yeah. That's what it is. Because I mean, maybe last year I should have got really pissed off at this person, but I don't get pissed off at people like that. No,
I need to elevate to that level.
no, but it's just a matter of people have reasons for doing things.
Absolutely.
I don't have to be around those people if they hurt me. That's what I'm learning. Because normally I'd be but I'll be here. I'll try to help you.
Oh my God.
Forever. And
you realize that drains you more.
that drains me completely, and it's a product of growing up codependent with parents that have problems, and it's normal if you didn't grow up perfectly to be very try to save people kind
Absolutely.
of. But when the saving is gone, having compassion and not judging people is what I work on. And I snap, I get angry, and I tell people to fuck off all the time, but honestly, I don't get long-term pissed at people.
Really?
Yeah. I try to act like that because I'm I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah.
But I'm not, I can't be mad like that.
That's beautiful. You say you've been going therapy for 3 years. And we know that in Gambia, we were talking about men and everything, but a lot of men suffer. A lot of people generally, but men most especially because they don't have an outlet. And you're expected to just hold everything in.
Yeah.
What are some of the words you want to share with us? Just generally, to the Gambian man.
Oh.
Look at it.
My loves. No, but you know what? It's not a one-line thing. It's difficult. But I feel just learning, when you get to that point in your stomach where it turns around and you get pissed.
Yeah.
That's when you have to breathe. You have to breathe through that and continue to express yourself. And to say that you're sad about something is never, ever a sign of weakness.
At all, right?
Because a lot of times people say they're angry, but they're just sad about things because you're hurt.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pride here, and I understand why. It's not an easy life, and sometimes all you have is this, you know. And
the facade.
Yeah, and it's also beautiful, to uphold yourself in that manner. But I feel the only thing that is really, really, really going to help you throughout your whole life is to be honest
With how you feel.
With how you feel. Everything is okay as long as you talk about why you're doing it.
And what are some of the things you've learned in therapy? Because we don't have a lot of therapists here, and people are very reluctant. Or even when you talk about therapy, they look at you like, I'm not crazy.
I know, that's so sad to me.
Isn't it?
Yeah. But it's normal even in Sweden. It's a certain generation as well. It's like that.
As well.
Yeah.
But for you, what was it that made you decide, you know what, not this past relationship, but like you said, you've been going therapy 3 years now. What was it? What was the point that you realized, you know what, I need this?
I mean, to be honest with you, the last, all of the years that I've been a working musician have been very, schedule packed, stressed life. And I started getting chronic pain And I had one period of time my eyes started twitching. Like, these things affect your life. Like, how you feel affects your life.
Absolutely.
Your body is gonna catch up to that,
Absolutely.
even if your brain is like, I'm not depressed,
Yeah.
I'm not stressed.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, there came several points in my life where I was like, I have to get help because I can't do my job, and I love my job. It's not even my job; it's my life. I can't sing, and I'm not focused enough. Like what to do, and also getting into a lot of. I think the things that happen to families when people become famous is a weird thing.
Yeah.
Analyzing people around me, trying to understand. A lot of things happen. A lot of things happen all the time and continue to happen, but I think I'm at a point now where a lot of the things, I've been to enough therapy to kind of remember, and they're starting to feel natural to me,
Yeah.
the way I react. I don't have to be so
Yeah.
like active in my thoughts. But I think, if you feel like your life is going a way that you don't want it to go, if you feel like you have problems, it's probably you. Like, it's probably you. You have to go and check, like, am I judging people for things maybe that I'm doing myself,
Yeah. Or blaming them for things I'm partaking in.
Always, always. What's the Wolof thing with Nyari Lam? That's what makes us sound,
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
yeah.
That's so insightful. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Right before we move to the Never Have I Ever segment, what is your, because I know obviously you've toured for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you say is your favorite performance?
Ooh.
Like, where did you perform and you were like, oh my God, this, every time you think about performance, that one comes to mind?
There was this performance I did, I think, 4 years ago at this festival called Way Out West in Sweden.
Okay.
That was lovely.
Was it?
It's lovely.
What was it?
Ooh, a splash.
Yes.
Oh, well, it was lovely. It's a very good festival in Sweden. But you know what, to me, like, performing is my favorite thing.
Is it?
I think, like, performing with Uncle Yusu a couple of weeks ago, that to me was like,
that was such a beautiful moment.
Fanta, you met me.
Yes.
I was like, I'm scared.
Is he gonna get on? I'm not gonna do. I said, you're doing it. Actually,
you
are.
I was like,
But
I
that
was
was
happy
so
when he gave me
beautiful.
his mic, because I was scared the mic would like cut off.
But
That's
he
been my worst nightmare performing here, that the mic wouldn't like work or something.
But that was such a beautiful moment. Just like, I have that video, we'll play it. But
Yeah,
it
she
just,
took all the
I
good
took all the
videos of
videos
it,
because I was
yeah.
so proud and happy. And I kept trying to control myself to not scream in the video.
But it's cute.
So you can post it. And I think that was such a beautiful moment, the way he just called you on and said, go on. And then you went all the way to the end and sang.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah.
It was a big moment for me, because I've sang since I was 19. I started performing when I was 19. And I've never performed here because
Sure.
I've been scared.
Really?
Yeah, because you guys have a different way of listening to singers. You have higher standards, and you have terrible microphones and PA systems.
I'll take a sip of this mojito.
So I'm like, I don't have a chance, But, like, I was so on. He called me 1 hour before the show, and I was about to say no, because I got so freaked out. I was like, no, because I thought maybe one day he'll ask me, but I thought I'd get to rehearse or something.
Because you guys did the song together.
A couple of years ago.
What's it called?
Birima.
Birimam. They did
did a
Birimam,
remix of
a
it.
remix of it, and it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
It really is.
Thank you.
And
I
just-
love that song so
Me
much.
too.
I'm like,
And I think your version too is like, obviously you grew up
It's
listening to the
very-
Brima version, the original one, but then just having you being on it, and it gave you this modern twist.
it's so nice. I came to him with it because I had made it for my own album,
Okay.
and I was trying to get him to clear the sample.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah. And then kind of a year went by. He's like, can I put it on my album? I was like, what? Yes, you can. Like, but he's a lovely guy and very, very kind and humble, and so like, he understands that I'm nervous. He's just like, go and do it. Like, he's a very
did, 'cause
calming person,
He
you know.
is, isn't it?
He's super not stressed and very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So how
Like,
does
remarkably nice.
that? Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, this is, when he starts singing, I'm like, it's useful, dude.
Yeah.
Very kind.
But that was a beautiful moment, to be honest, even for us that were watching, just seeing him on the stage and the way he just ushered you in,
Yeah.
gave you the mic, and was like, oh, and then you
was
came
like,
back and he
yeah.
gave you a hug. I think it was such a beautiful
It
moment.
was nice.
You know,
It made me
and
feel safe. I'm really happy I did that.
I'm
And
happy
thank
you
you
did
for
that
like
too.
hyping me on backstage.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I have my girls, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
But I'm happy you did that. It was a beautiful moment to see. And I hope that this is the beginning of many, many more performances, especially with him and on African platforms.
Me too. I hope
Because you
so.
do need that. You've done the world.
I really
you
want to
haven't
be
done
here.
home.
I want to be here. I want to be here. But
You
it's,
know, and I
when-
think this year,
Yeah.
we should do something. We just like
We
work
should.
something out. Like,
yeah, definitely.
just where you will be.
Mm.
You know, we'd have, especially once you drop the album,
Mm.
you know, and just have you on like a,
Do something
Yeah.
here. I would love to, and it's definitely time. You know,
Yeah.
like there's a certain amount of energy I have to put into the markets where it's easier to make money.
yeah.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
because in Gambia there are no structures for making money as an
No.
artist. That's the only reason.
The only main structure they have is the concerts.
Yeah, and like my music is also not very danceable. You know,
Yeah.
you have to find a real proper
Proper
space
space for
that
it and the
actually
crowd.
makes sense. You
Yeah.
know, but I'm very, very excited to try to do that, and because I don't want to, you know, gone my whole career and not been in the place that I love the most.
Yes.
You know, like this is. I realized that when I was standing on stage with you, so I'm like, it's ridiculous that I haven't sang here before. Like, what am I doing? You know.
And it's beautiful to see.
It is beautiful to see, and everyone's so supportive. And I know my father wanted to do so many things with music here, you know. And I think he's like probably in his grave being like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, why are you not doing anything in Gambia?" And I'm
Yes.
sure he'd be happy that I'm gonna definitely try, and I'm gonna try to get the economy that I have back home to do things here as well.
Yes,
Like, I'm
and I
gonna
think
do
that
my
would work
best,
because
yeah.
you know Gambians are so in Sweden. I don't know how to explain it. We're so like Sweden and Gambia are so interconnected.
It's same. Like, there's so many people.
Exactly. You go to Bacau Fish Market, the people that speak in
They
Swedish
speak
and they've never
Swedish.
been.
I know.
Right?
I know, it's scary. Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy. So it would be really good to do something. And I
Yeah.
remember even at Mam Foon,
Love
Mom
it,
was here,
man.
or Mom took some other artists, and we spoke about that. And there was a concert here that I was hosting, and we were there together, and we had that conversation. And I think that would be because she's so instrumental within the Gambia and Swedish,
She's the best.
you know. So I
Yeah.
think it would really be an amazing connection.
Mhm.
And, you know, to have you, let's say, headline it from Sweden, and we have our STs and Jesus, and like headlining in Gambia. I think it
Yeah.
would be such a great
And you know, like
collaboration.
J Hus and Pasalu
Pasalu.
and them, man, these are
Because
superstars.
Pasalu came here.
I know, I went to that show.
Did you? When he
Yeah.
did the free concert? It
When
was
his okay, I'm not gonna be like
Yeah.
when his DJ was like Pasalu. Well, yo, listen.
Don't mess up with the name. It's Salu, okay?
Salu.
But yeah, I mean, thank
But
you
he
so
was.
much.
It was a wonderful show.
It was. It was such an energy-filled show. So I enjoyed it because of all the energy people brought. So something like that would be great. you know?
Definitely.
Think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. We'll go with our last break when we're back. Never have I ever.
On the beat, Wingcraft.
Do you enjoy spending time online with your friends on social media? If so, then Africell has the best offer for you. Activate the social media bundle for $10 is only and enjoy 40 megabytes valid for 24 hours. WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Viber all for $10 is only. Dial 120# and press 3 to activate the social media bundle. No need to subscribe every day. It will automatically roll over for your enjoyment. Africell social media bundle. Let us socialize.
Welcome back after that break, and we are getting to the last segment of the show, which is the what? Never have I ever. First question. Say Say's looking at me like, Fanta, what are you about to ask me?
Yeah.
Never have I ever, I'm going to start, very light. Never have I ever cheated on a partner.
Oh, I have never.
You've never?
No. Not saying I'm,
You know.
but I have never.
You have never.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Never have I ever said I love you to someone without meaning it.
I have.
You have?
I have.
Tell me.
I have.
I don't
It
know
had to
if-
do with Gambia and the heat and partying too much.
And how was it? What was that?
I
Give me
regretted it
context.
instantly. I was
Really?
like, fuck shit. I just sent that. Fuck.
Walk me through. What happened? Why did
I can't.
Ow!
I swear to you. I'll tell you when the camera's cut.
Is that bad?
I was tired, man. And I thought I was like in love, but I was not. I was tired. I was tired.
You were tired and
tired.
exhausted. Okay. Never have I ever had a friends with benefits situation.
No, I've never.
You haven't?
Well,
Yeah, I'm a relationship girl too. I could never yeah.
I'm like, I have never, but I probably could.
The thing about it is, for me, I get attached. I don't easily like people. So when I like a person,
You like them.
I like them, So I could never, because don't waste my time.
I'm more like you than I want to believe. I'm just having an attitude about it.
About it. Nah, I'm very direct. I'm very much like, no, you could bring 10 guys and I might not like anyone, or I might just like one person,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Okay, but nice.
Yeah, So too picky. But yeah, I couldn't.
Jail's class.
No, I'm just too picky. Never have I ever lied. Actually, no, not lied. Never have I ever lied to my partner.
Not about anything like important.
No, but you've told a white lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I'm like, it's not bad. I have.
You have?
It was very white, like my mom, the lie.
Never have I ever made out in a public space.
No, I have not.
You have not. With all the experience. Oh, you know what? This is the second time I've been doing the Never Have I Ever segment and no one's ever taken a sip.
I have to take a sip when.
Yes, you do, when you have.
When you have.
So you have twice or 3 times.
Okay, sipping.
Take 3 sips.
Sipping.
Sorry, guys. This is what happened to me in the last episode, too. I get too carried away now. I need to be in tune.
But this drink is good. Like, if it was alcohol, it would have been a problem. You know?
That's why I always bring mocktails, okay? And Kalimba really makes really, really refreshing mocktails.
It's really nice.
It's really good. It's like a mojito that they made. I don't know what they did there, but it's good. So,
Sweet.
yeah. Okay. Last question. I know it was supposed to be 5 questions, but I have one last question.
I think this is the most fun. Go ahead.
Huh. Oh, never have I ever been with a girl.
I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
Wow, why did I sound so disappointed?
Maybe you're just shocked. yeah.
Wow, Fanta, wow, okay.
A lot of people think I give them like lesbian vibes, so but
Do
I'm
you?
not.
No, I don't think
Right.
that. It's just more like people are experiencing and exploring a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
these
yeah.
days. So it's just,
I
and it makes
wish
it
that I
fun.
was attracted to women a lot of times because
I
I've been
look
very
at some
tired of men, but
And I actually think a lot of the times women are just tired of men, so they're like, let me just go to.
let me try.
Let me just try the other side,
Yeah.
and they like it. But yeah, that wraps up this segment.
Lovely.
In this conversation with the beautiful Seinabo.
Thank you for having me. I've had such a good time.
Thank you so much for being here. I know that, it's a very chit-chatty vibe.
Lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything before we wrap up to the people?
I'm just grateful to be here. I'm just very, very happy. Thank you. And I'm just so in awe of you. You're so eloquent and like inspiring.
She
And
always
every
does
time I
this.
go to a show, I'm like, shit, this girl is brave. Like, yeah, no, so I'm very thankful. This is my first time doing an interview here.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that you kind of got me out of my
I know. 'Cause
house
she was
to
like,
fix
no,
my
when
hair
do
a
I have?
little
I was
bit.
like, no, say you'll come in. Don't worry. You have a week to think about it.
Yeah, she's
but
like,
just know you're booked.
you have no choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
No choice.
I'm really happy you came. Thank you so much for coming on the platform.
Thank you.
And guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for always being a part of it. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Okay? Look up Seinabo one of the most beautiful and talented people Gambia has ever produced. And you know I like to brag about that. It's true. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
remember guys, peace, love, and cha-ching, cha-ching. Bye-bye.